Hello and welcome to Spice Box. Brownies can be either cakey or fudgy. Now while the ingredients remain the same, the difference lies in the proportion. Cakey brownies have more flour and less butter when compared to fudgy ones. The ingredients needed for this fudgy brownie are dark chocolate that's been chopped up, coffee powder, maida, 3 eggs, powdered sugar, white choco chips and some unsalted butter. The first thing that we have to do is melt the chocolate on a double boiler. So take some water in a saucepan and put it on a low flame. The water should be just about an inch high and then put a heat-proof bowl on top of it. Ensure that your water never comes to a rolling boil and the bowl should not touch the water at the bottom. I'm going to add in the butter first. This is to doubly ensure that my chocolate does not burn, because once you burn chocolate, there's no turning back. You just have to throw it in the rubbish. So this is baker's chocolate, which means that it doesn't need tempering. So I'm going to continue to stir this until it melts. So have patience and soon you will get silky, glossy chocolate. Don't hurry up this step. So it's completely melted now. Once the chocolate has melted, let it rest and cool down for a couple of minutes, because when you add the eggs, you don't want the eggs to scramble. So this is an easy 1 bowl batter. I'm going to whisk in half a cup of powdered sugar, mix it in well. And now I'm going to add in the eggs one at a time, mixing thoroughly between each addition. That's the third egg. I've placed my bowl on a towel so that my bowl doesn't slip while I'm doing this. I've dissolved the coffee in some warm water. Now you're not going to taste the coffee. The reason I love adding coffee to any chocolate dessert is that it really brings out the flavor of the chocolate and makes it very bold. And finally, I'm adding in 2/3 of a cup of maida. Fold it in till you get an even batter. I'm going to switch to my whisk again. And finally, I'll be adding in white chocolate chips. Now this is just for some texture. Ensure that your batter is completely cool before you add this, otherwise they're just going to start losing their shape in this batter. You could substitute these chocolate chips with some walnuts if you like. And your brownie batter is done. Transfer the brownie batter to a pan that's lined as well as buttered so that the brownie doesn't stick. And I've also ensured that the parchment paper is an inch higher than the pan. Now these will serve as handles when I lift out the baked brownie. So this now goes into an oven that's been preheating at 180 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Now when it comes to a brownie, it's always better to underbake rather than overbake it, because if you overbake it, it's going to end up dry and crumbly and you don't want that. So keep checking the last 5 minutes, and when you insert a toothpick into the center, you should still have a few crumbs clinging to the toothpick, and that's when you can pull it out and it will continue to bake outside. To serve your brownie, take it off onto a plate. Let it cool before you cut it. And there you have it, an ooey gooey fudgy brownie.